Welcome to this week's episode of Sailing Talia. So far on our journey aboard Talia, we'd made it halfway across the Mediterranean under her original sails dating back to 2004. They'd lost their shape and become pretty badly frayed over the last 17 years, which meant it was only a matter of time before they'd be blown out and ripped. I'm actually surprised that they've made it this far. Not only are our sails our main source of propulsion, but they also have a bearing on the amount Talia heels and her weather helm. New sails will mean greater efficiency, easier handling, and a more comfortable sail.
Hey people!
What's happening, guys? Today we're going to go to the sailmakers up in Palermo because we're getting some new sails made for Talia.
Oh yeah.
Which means Talia is going to be looking all pretty and Luke's going to be looking all poor. Anyway, gotta be done. So we set off on a 3.5-hour drive through the agricultural heart of Sicily.
He's leaving me. He doesn't love me anymore. No, you won't believe that. We were driving and suddenly Luke saw some plastic tray that we can use and put on the back of the bike. So that way when we go shopping we can put everything in the tray. And yeah, he's gonna pick one, which is massive. Actually, I can see it right now. It's massive. Check this out.
After a load of different research, we decided to work with the Sicilian loft of the very well-known Kiwi sailmakers, Doyle's. With a facility of over 3,000 square meters, Doyle's in Palermo is actually the largest sail loft in all of Italy. After much discussion, we decided on a new Dacron cross-cut mainsail and genoa. They're both designed specifically for cruising and suited us down to a T. Doyle's make a huge range of sails, and for our purposes, these ones suited us best. Well, the new sails are ordered, and they should be ready sooner rather than later, because we've been kind of having this conversation for the past few months already. So, dog attack.
Now, people, we are going to go to... Where do we go, by the way? Either the Airbnb or...
Yeah, let's do that.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
Yay! Hey everyone, so we are leaving the Airbnb that we rent for one night. And we're gonna explore Palermo today. We didn't really record anything last night after going to the sailmaker because we just wanted to enjoy the city before the sun sets, and we had some aperitivo. We explored a bit the city last night and it looks okay, so I'm pretty excited to go today and have a real exploration of Palermo, and I will show you. I'm sorry for the brightness. We have a beautiful sun today, and this is the view from the balcony, like very Italian. I really love that, with the big streets right next to it, and it's lovely. It's really lovely. So come with us for a visit of Palermo.
So we're very lucky because the owner of this Airbnb has said that we can leave our luggage here for a few hours while we go and explore. Typically we would be out on our backside in 20 minutes from now, but we're okay. We're okay. Do you like my professional packing?
Yes, I really like your dry bag. Very sailorish.
Very sailorish. The Garibaldi Theatre. I'm a little bit surprised that they would name the theatre after Garibaldi. He's the general who unified Italy, or helped unify Italy, back in the 19th century I think it was. The Sicilians aren't a huge fan of him because I think they quite liked their independence, from what I've heard. But it's a beautiful building. What do you think of Palermo so far?
I like it. It's a really, really big city, and like Cagliari, I like this size of city. There's some sort of good vibe and good dynamic. What I really like about this place, the old center, is that there's no cars. Obviously there's just one car right now, but otherwise you can walk on the street.
Yeah, it's fantastic. A huge thanks to our patrons.
You guys rock!
If you find our videos entertaining, informative, or even a little bit inspirational, why not become a patron? Sailing Talia is 100% crowdfunded, so if you'd like to support the production of our videos, check out sailingtalia.com for more info. Here we are in the Piazza Quattro Canti. It's a fascinating little square here. It's a crossroad actually. Above us we've got 4 different kings, surrounded by Habsburgs actually. Charles V, Carolus Quintus. You've got his son Philip II. I think that's Philip III up there. I'm not sure who this one is above us here, but it really speaks to the Spanish domination of Sicily here. It's really interesting. What you've got here is a collection of Western, Byzantine and Arab influences combined in a way I've never seen before. I think it's really fascinating. What do you think?
Totally agree.
You're just laughing?
No.
Check this out, it's beautiful. This Norman, Arab, Byzantine culture is really unique to Palermo and something that we've really never seen before, but it's really breathtaking.
So here we are in the church of Santa Caterina, and it's beautiful because we have a cloister just right there, and it's just peaceful, quiet, with a beautiful fountain.
So here behind me are the rooms of where the nuns would have stayed themselves. All of the rooms are very simply laid out, but each one has its own individual balcony here with its own very small fountain where the nuns would be able to clean their faces, wash their hands, and look into this beautiful courtyard with the fountain down below. So this is fascinating. If you remember the last episode where we were in Scicli or Modica, we learnt that in these big cathedrals, when you have these cast iron grills or grates like you see behind me, this was lodging for nuns, so a monastery for nuns. And I was really fascinated to understand, what does the grill actually represent? Because you usually see it at the front of the church. And we learnt that it was for the nuns to be able to participate in the celebrations of the different holy days without actually mixing with the congregation itself. So come and have a look. So the idea of these cast iron grates was, like I said, to separate the nuns from the congregation, obviously to protect their dignity and protect their chastity. If you look even above us, there's more of these grills. So next to us here is actually a part of the church ceiling itself. Here we are at the top of the church of St. Caterina, and we've got a beautiful view looking over all of Palermo. And just in front of us here, we're looking directly over the church we just came from, which is Santa Maria de Ammirali. I'm sure the pronunciation is horrible, but it's St. Mary of the Admiral, and it's named after the admiral and the priest who founded the church for King Roger II of Sicily, just here. And it celebrates the Byzantine rites, which means they actually give the service, the church service, in ancient Greek. From here we can see what makes Palermo really unique is you've got a real working harbour there on the left of me, and then the city itself, this sprawling metropolis, is actually surrounded by these really magnificent mountains. If you look out in the distance here, you can see all around us are huge sheer cliffs. It's just magnificent. Directly beneath us here is the Fontana Praetoria, which sounds like it's dedicated to the Praetorian Guard, which was Caesar's personal guard, but this was actually built in the 1500s, originally in Tuscany actually, by a Tuscan sculptor and left in a huge villa there. It was only purchased a little while later by the Sicilian Senate, can't remember for how much, but I imagine it was expensive. And placed here. It's now become the centerpiece of all of Palermo, so it's the most famous statue in all of Palermo, and we've got the best view of it here. As you can see, the Church of Santa Caterina is absolutely massive. It's amazing to think we were all the way at the top there just 15 minutes ago.
Pistacchio, crema di latte,
Okay.
marmellata.
Wow. That's one big cake.
So by buying this sweets, we are actually supporting the restoration of this monastery, but also supporting the soup kitchen, so we don't feel that guilty. Let's eat!
It seems like a nice marina, but you're right on this super busy road. I'm not sure I'd want to stay here.
If we are leaving Palermo and I think Luke is a bit sad.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm alright. It's just very focused on the road because the Sicilian driving can be a true art.
Oh yeah, I confirm. But I can't wait to go back on board with Talia because I miss her a bit.
Do you want to film the great unveiling? Just be careful, on this side there's a little bit of dew.
New sails! Really?
Perfect. So the Genoa, we managed to get up without a hitch. Mind you, there was just that little bit of chafing on the top of the Genoa halyard, which gives me pause for thought, but right now the priority is just getting these bad boys up.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. See you next week.
Cheers, legends!